Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to win. Everybody dreams of being great. But the real question is, how bad do you want it? Not how much you kind of want it, not how nice it would be to have it, but how much you're willing to bleed for it. Because the truth is, if you want something bad enough, nothing will stop you. Not the pain, not the exhaustion, not the setbacks, not the failures. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. When you're tired, will you stop or will you push? When life knocks you down, will you stay there or will you get back up? When it gets hard, and trust me it will you break or will you rise? The people who make it in life are not always the strongest, not always the smartest, not always the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to quit. So ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice for it? Are you willing to wake up earlier, stay up later, work when others are resting? Because while you sleep, someone else is grinding. While you're making excuses, someone else is executing. And one day, the difference between winning and losing will come down to who wanted it more. You say you want it? Prove it. Show up when you're tired. Show up when you're discouraged. Show up when nobody believes in you. Show up when you don't feel like it. Success is earned in those moments when you choose discipline over comfort, when you push yourself past your limits, when you refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. There will be pain. There will be struggles. There will be moments when you want to quit. But here's the thing. Pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. You can either suffer now and live your dream, or take the easy road and live with the pain of what could have been. So, I'll ask you one last time, how bad do you want it? Because if you truly want it, nothing, and I mean nothing, will stand in your way. Desire is the foundation of every great achievement. It is the driving force that separates those who dream from those who do. If your desire is weak, the moment things get tough, you will hesitate. You will question yourself. You will look for a way out. But when your desire is unshakable, no setback, no failure, no obstacle can stop you. You will fight through exhaustion. You will push past doubt. You will find a way forward no matter how impossible the road may seem. Think about the people who have achieved greatness. They weren't just talented. They weren't just lucky. They wanted it more than anyone else. They wanted it so bad that they sacrificed sleep, comfort, and distractions. They didn't wait for motivation. They created it. They woke up every morning with a fire inside them, willing to do whatever it took to reach their goal. Because here's the truth. Your level of success is tied directly to how much you want it. If your desire burns deep enough, no excuse will be strong enough to hold you back. If you truly want it, you won't wait for the perfect time. You won't let fear paralyze you. You won't stop when you're tired. You'll stop when you're done. There will be days when you feel like quitting, when the struggle feels too heavy, when nothing seems to be going your way. Those are the moments that test how bad you really want it. Those are the moments that define whether you will rise or retreat. If your desire is strong enough, you will endure the pain, embrace the struggle, and push forward with everything you have. No one can give you desire. No one can hand you the hunger to succeed. That has to come from within. It has to consume you, drive you, make you relentless. Because the moment you decide that nothing will stop you, that's the moment you become unstoppable. Sacrifice is the price of greatness. It's the cost that separates those who succeed from those who settle. Everyone wants to win, but not everyone is willing to pay for it. Because the truth is, success isn't free. It demands something from you. Your time, your energy, your comfort, your excuses. You can have results or you can have distractions, but you can't have both. Most people dream about success, but when they realize what it takes, they back off. They want it, but not at the expense of their weekends, their late nights, their early mornings. They want to be great, but they also want to be comfortable, and that's where the difference is made. The ones who truly want it understand that comfort and success do not go together. If you're serious about your goals, you will have to let go of the things that hold you back. Wasting time, bad habits, temporary pleasures that don't serve your future. Sacrifice isn't easy. It means choosing growth over entertainment, discipline over laziness, long-term success over short-term gratification. It means waking up when you don't feel like it, staying disciplined when motivation fades, and pushing yourself when nobody is watching. It means doing what others won't so you can live how others can't. Every champion, every legend, every success story is built on sacrifice. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most brilliant minds, all of them gave up something to get to where they are. They gave up sleep, they gave up distractions, they gave up the easy way out, because they understood that the price of success is paid in advance, in full, with no shortcuts. If you truly want it, you will have to make choices that most people aren't willing to make. You will have to give up things that don't serve your mission, and you will have to be okay with being uncomfortable, with being different, with being misunderstood. But in the end, when you stand at the top, when you've built the life you've worked for, you will realize it was worth it. No one will hand it to you. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. If you want something, you have to go out and get it. You have to grind for it. You have to be willing to fight for it every single day. Because in this world, nothing is given. Everything is earned. Too many people sit around waiting for an opportunity to fall into their lap. They wait for someone to notice them, to give them a chance, to open a door for them. But that's not how success works. You don't wait for doors to open, you kick them down. You don't wait for someone to give you permission, you take control of your own destiny. Because the truth is, no one owes you anything. The world doesn't care about your excuses, doesn't care about your circumstances. It only responds to results. Look around you. Every person who has ever made it to the top had to start somewhere. They weren't born successful. They didn't have a golden ticket handed to them. They had to work. They had to struggle. They had to push through failure after failure until they made it. And that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The willingness to put in the work, no matter how hard, no matter how long it takes. The problem is most people give up too soon. The moment things get hard, they quit. The moment they don't see immediate results, they stop trying. But success doesn't happen overnight. It's built over time, through discipline, through consistency, through relentless effort when no one is watching. If you want something bad enough, you don't make excuses, you don't blame others. You take full responsibility for your life and do whatever it takes to make it happen. And make no mistake, there will be obstacles. There will be people who doubt you, who tell you that you can't do it. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when you question whether it's all worth it. But this is the test. This is where most people give up. But the ones who keep going, they are the ones who make it. They are the ones who rise above the rest because they refuse to quit. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners keep going when it gets tough. They don't rely on motivation because motivation fades. They rely on discipline. They rely on their work ethic. They rely on their unshakable belief that if they put in the work, they will succeed. It might not happen today. It might not happen next week, but it will happen because they refuse to accept anything less. There are no shortcuts, no magic formulas, no easy roads. The only way to get what you want is to work harder than everyone else. While others are sleeping, you're grinding. While others are partying, you're improving. While others are making excuses, you're making progress. That's how success is achieved. not by waiting, not by hoping, but by taking action every single day. People love to say they want success, but the question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to wake up early? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort? Are you willing to fail, to struggle, to feel exhausted and still keep pushing forward? Because if you're not, then you don't really want it. You just like the idea of it. You have two choices: sit back and wait for something to happen, or get up and make it happen yourself. No one will give it to you. No one will hold your hand. If you want to achieve your dreams, you have to be willing to fight for them. You have to be willing to work for them. You have to want it so bad that nothing, no excuse, no setback, no failure can stand in your way. Because in the end, success belongs to those who refuse to be outworked, those who show up, put in the effort, and never stop pushing forward. It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about how bad you want it and how hard you're willing to work for it. Pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. This is the truth that so many people fail to understand until it's too late. The discomfort you feel while chasing your dreams, the exhaustion, the sacrifices, the moments of doubt, those things will pass. But the pain of knowing you could have done more, that you could have pushed harder, that you let your dreams slip away, that pain will stay with you forever. Every single person will face moments where they feel like giving up. There will be times when the road seems too long, the challenge is too big, and the progress too slow. You'll feel tired. You'll feel defeated. You'll wonder if it's all worth it. But in those moments, you have a choice: push through the pain or surrender to regret. The problem is, most people choose comfort. They choose the easy way out because they don't want to deal with discomfort. They quit when things get hard. They justify it by saying, maybe this isn't for me, or I'll try again later. But later never comes. And the sad reality is, the people who give up don't realize what they've lost until it's too late. Because one day you'll look back on your life, and the only thing that will matter is whether you gave it your all or whether you let your fears, your doubts, and your laziness keep you from becoming who you were meant to be. The opportunities you didn't take, the risks you avoided, the moments you chose comfort over commitment, those will haunt you far more than any temporary struggle ever could. Success is painful, growth is painful, but so is regret. The difference is, one pain leads to progress, while the other leads to nothing but disappointment. The pain of discipline, of hard work, of sacrifice, these things shape you, they strengthen you, they bring you closer to the life you want. But the pain of regret, that's the weight of knowing you had a chance and let it slip away. Think about it. Every time you push through exhaustion, every time you keep going when you want to stop, every time you sacrifice comfort for progress, you are investing in your future. You are proving to yourself that you have what it takes. And the more you push through, the stronger you become. The struggle is temporary, but the rewards of perseverance last a lifetime. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most accomplished individuals in history, they all faced pain. They all had moments where they wanted to quit, but they didn't, because they knew that pain was part of the process. They understood that suffering now meant winning later. That short-term struggle was the price of long-term success. So the question is, are you willing to endure the pain, or will you choose the easy way out? Because one day you will have to live with the consequences of that choice. 5 years from now, will you look back and be proud of the battles you fought? Or will you be filled with regret, wishing you had just pushed a little harder? The pain of regret is not something you want to live with. It's the quiet voice in the back of your mind that reminds you of what you could have been. It's the feeling of watching someone else live the life you wanted, knowing that the only difference between you and them is that they kept going when you didn't. If you want something, fight for it. Push through the struggles. Embrace the discomfort, because no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much it hurts, that pain is temporary. But the pain of knowing you gave up on yourself, that's the kind of pain that never fades. Winners keep going when they don't feel like it. That's what separates them from everyone else. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not some magical formula. It's the ability to push forward when motivation is gone, when energy is low, when everything in you is screaming to stop. That's the difference between success and failure. Most people start with excitement. They begin a journey full of motivation, ready to take on the world. But motivation fades. It always does. The moment things get difficult, the moment the results don't come fast enough, the moment the pain sets in, they slow down. They take a break. They tell themselves they'll get back to it tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week, and next week turns into never. Winners don't operate like that. They understand that feelings are temporary, but commitment is permanent. They don't wait to feel inspired. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They show up no matter what. Rain or shine, tired or energized, motivated or drained. They do the work because they know that consistency is the key to everything. Think about it. The most successful people in any field are not always the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who show up every single day, even when they don't feel like it. When the alarm clock goes off and their body begs for more sleep, they get up anyway. When the gym feels like the last place they want to be, they train anyway. When business is slow and nothing seems to be working, they keep grinding anyway. Because they understand one simple truth. If you only work when you feel like it, you will never get anywhere. Success is built in the moments when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when there's no immediate reward. It's built in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the sacrifices no one else is willing to make. The real test is not when things are easy. Anyone can show up when they feel good. Anyone can work hard when everything is going right. The real test is when things get hard, when the results aren't coming, when the progress is slow, when it feels like nothing is working. That's when most people quit, but that's when winners double down. It's not about motivation. Motivation is weak, it's temporary, it's unreliable. Discipline is what matters. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It means sticking to your plan, even when you're exhausted, even when you're discouraged, even when you'd rather do anything else. Every champion, every top performer, every high achiever has mastered this. They don't negotiate with their emotions. They don't make excuses. They don't allow how they feel in the moment to dictate their actions. They do what they said they were going to do, period. And the best part, the more you do this, the stronger you become. The first time you push through when you don't feel like it, it's hard. The second time, it's still hard. But over time, you develop mental toughness. You train yourself to keep going no matter what. You become unstoppable. So the question is, are you willing to keep pushing when the excitement fades? Are you willing to put in the work when you don't feel like it? Because if you only show up when it's easy, you'll never make it. But if you learn to push through, to keep going when every part of you wants to quit, there's nothing you can't achieve. You have to outwork everyone. That's the simple, undeniable truth about success. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how smart you are, or how many advantages you start with. If you're not willing to put in more work than the next person, you will lose. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Look around you. There are thousands of people who want the same thing you do. Thousands of people with the same dreams, the same goals. The difference is only a handful are willing to put in the kind of effort that separates them from the pack. Everyone wants to be successful, but very few are willing to do what it takes. They want the rewards, but they don't want the sacrifice. They want the result, but they don't want the grind. That's where you have to be different. If you truly want something, you have to be willing to work harder than anyone else. You have to be the first one in and the last one out. You have to be the one studying when others are partying, training when others are resting, improving while others are making excuses. Because here's the truth. Success isn't given, it's earned. And it's earned through hours, days, years of relentless effort. There are no shortcuts, no easy roads, no secret formulas. Just hard work, discipline, and a refusal to be outworked. The greatest athletes, the best entrepreneurs, the most successful individuals in any field all share one thing in common. They outwork everyone around them. They don't rely on natural ability alone. They don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They create their own opportunities by working harder than anyone else. Think about the best athletes in the world. Do you think they got there because of luck? No. They trained longer, harder, and smarter than everyone else. While their competition was resting, they were working. While others were making excuses, they were putting in extra reps. While others were quitting after failure, they were learning, improving, and getting stronger. You want to be great? Then you have to be willing to do what 99% of people won't. You have to be willing to wake up early, to sacrifice comfort, to go all in. You have to be so dedicated to your craft that people think you're crazy. You have to be obsessed with getting better, with pushing yourself past your limits, with putting in the extra work that others avoid. And make no mistake, this isn't about working mindlessly. It's about working with intensity, with focus, with a hunger that never fades. It's about pushing yourself when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you don't see immediate results. Most people slow down when they don't see progress. Winners double down. They know that every bit of effort compounds over time. They know that even when it feels like nothing is happening, the work is adding up. The question is, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to outwork your competition? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to separate yourself from the rest? Because if you're not, someone else is. Somewhere, right now, someone is putting in the work that you're not. Someone is training harder, studying longer, pushing themselves further. And one day, when it's time to compete, when it's time to show who really wanted it, the one who worked the hardest will win. Not the one who had the most talent, not the one who had the best connections, the one who put in the most effort. So if you want it, show up every day and outwork everyone around you. Put in the hours, do the extra reps, push past the limits that others accept. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't go to the most gifted, it goes to the most relentless. Discipline is the bridge between wanting and having. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to be great. Everyone has dreams of a better life, of achieving something extraordinary, but wanting it isn't enough. Talking about it isn't enough. The only thing that will take you from where you are to where you want to be is discipline. Discipline means doing the work when you don't feel like it. It means showing up every single day, whether you're motivated or not. It means sticking to your plan even when the excitement fades, even when no one is watching, even when progress is slower than you expected. Because success isn't built in one big moment. It's built in the thousands of small decisions you make every single day. The decision to get up early, to train harder, to study longer, to push through discomfort instead of giving in to it. Most people fail because they rely on motivation. They think success comes from feeling inspired, from waiting for the right mood, from hoping that one day they'll wake up and be ready to work. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when progress is obvious, when results are showing. But what happens when motivation disappears? What happens when things get hard, when the results don't come as fast as you expected? That's where discipline takes over. Discipline is doing it anyway. It's waking up before the sun rises and putting in the work while others sleep. It's saying no to distractions, to temptations, to anything that takes you further from your goal. It's controlling your mind, training yourself to push through the excuses, to fight through the moments of weakness, to keep moving forward no matter what. Look at the most successful people in the world. The top athletes, the best entrepreneurs, the elite performers in every industry. Do you think they rely on motivation? No. They have built their lives around discipline. They don't make excuses. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They wake up and get to work because they've trained themselves to be consistent, to be focused, to be relentless. Think about an athlete training for a championship. Do you think they wake up every day feeling excited to push their body to the limit? No. There are days when they feel exhausted, days when they don't want to train, days when they doubt themselves. But they do it anyway, because they understand that success isn't about how you feel, it's about what you do. Discipline is the reason some people make it and others don't. It's the reason some rise to the top while others stay stuck in mediocrity, because discipline is what makes the difference when things get tough. It's what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades, when progress is slow, when obstacles stand in your way. And make no mistake, discipline is a choice. No one is born with it. No one wakes up one day and magically has it. It's built. It's developed through consistent effort, through pushing yourself past your limits, through refusing to accept anything less than your best. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. The more you stick to your commitments, the more unstoppable you become. So, ask yourself, are you disciplined? Do you do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it? Do you show up every day, no matter how tired, how frustrated, how unmotivated you are? Or do you make excuses? Do you wait for motivation? Do you quit when things get hard? Because at the end of the day, success doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't care about your excuses. It only rewards those who are willing to do the work. If you want something, you have to be disciplined enough to earn it. You have to be willing to sacrifice comfort, to push through difficulty, to stay committed no matter what. Because discipline is what turns dreams into reality. Discipline is what separates the winners from the losers. Discipline is what will take you from where you are to where you want to be. The only question is, do you have the discipline to do what it takes? Success doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you had a long day, if you're stressed, if things aren't going your way. Success only rewards those who show up and do the work, no matter what. Most people let their feelings control them. They wake up in the morning and decide how their day is going to go based on how they feel. If they're tired, they sleep in. If they're unmotivated, they skip the gym. If they're frustrated, they take the day off. And then they wonder why they're stuck in the same place, why they aren't making progress, why they aren't living the life they want. It's because they've given their emotions too much power. The people who win in life, the ones who build great businesses, become elite athletes, or master their craft, are the ones who refuse to let their feelings dictate their action. They understand that feelings are temporary, but results last forever. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait to be in the mood. They get up and do what needs to be done, no matter what. You're not always going to feel like grinding. You're not always going to feel like pushing through pain, through exhaustion, through setbacks. But if you give in to those feelings, you'll never reach your potential. Because success isn't built on comfort. It's built on discipline, on resilience, on the ability to push forward when every part of you wants to stop. Think about the people you admire, the champions, the entrepreneurs, the legends. Do you think they got there by only working when they felt like it? No. They became great because they did the work even on the days they didn't want to. They pushed through fatigue, they ignored distractions, they trained, they studied, they sacrificed, even when it was hard. That's the difference between winners and losers. Losers wait for the perfect conditions, the right mindset, the ideal moment. Winners create those moments by taking action, by forcing themselves to keep going even when it sucks, even when it's painful, even when it seems impossible. There will be days when you wake up and your body aches, when your mind is filled with doubt, when your motivation is at zero. Those are the days that matter most. Those are the days that define you. Because if you can push through when everything in you is telling you to stop, you'll become unstoppable. People love to talk about their dreams, about what they want to achieve, about how bad they want success. But when it's time to put in the work, when it's time to show up, when it's time to grind through the hard days, most people quit. Most people back down. Most people let their excuses win. That's why success is rare. That's why only a small percentage of people ever reach the top, because most people aren't willing to push through discomfort. Most people let fear, doubt, and laziness hold them back. You have to be different. You have to make a decision right now that your feelings don't matter, that your excuses don't matter, that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how unmotivated you feel, no matter how many times you get knocked down, you will keep going. Because the moment you stop giving your feelings control over your actions, everything changes. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for motivation. You start executing every single day, no matter what. And when you do that, when you show up relentlessly, when you push through every obstacle, when you refuse to quit, you'll realize something powerful. Success was never about how you felt. It was always about what you did. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one question. How bad do you want it? Because if you truly want it, if you crave success like you crave air, then nothing will stop you. Not pain, not setbacks, not fear, not failure. You will push through every obstacle, outwork every competitor, and rise above every excuse. The choice is yours. Will you be the one who talks about success but never puts in the work? Or will you be the one who fights for it, who grinds for it, who refuses to quit until it's yours? Because the truth is, you either want it bad enough to do whatever it takes, or you don't want it at all. So decide now. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more hesitation. Go after what you want with everything you have. Because one day you'll look back on this moment, and you'll either be proud that you gave it your all, or you'll regret that you didn't.